We had a guest speaker on campus, Marcus Escalante, and he went through his process of developing apps. And for software design 2, we're actually going to follow his process pretty closely. In software design 1, you learned a little bit about timing and working with others using GitHub and that kind of stuff. In this process, software design 2, we're going to focus mostly on the App Store. So if you look at the flowchart, you can see that we're going to kind of follow his steps to some extent. So we're going to analyze first. So you're going to try to think of a simple app, and it doesn't have to be a very complex app. Like, for example, I think his first app that he ever created, which wasn't a top ranking app, but it was just like a simple high-low game. Did you choose high or low? But basically, you're going to analyze the market. So you're going to see, where does my app fit in? If it already exists, check out all the reviews. Try to find out, did that individual, for example, did they have some features that just were buggy or that users didn't like that they wish the app did do? And see if you can make your app do that. We're going to go ahead and start prototyping. So we're going to build some storyboards. You're going to work with designers. So we're going to try to hook you up with computer graphics students and build a good UI design. Then we're going to get some feedback. So we're going to use tools like TestFlight to actually test these out and be able to send to friends' iPads and iPhones and have them test it out and say what they like about the prototype, what they don't like about it. Is the design intuitive enough where they can understand what the app does without you explaining it? So one recommendation for me is before you show it to a friend, don't tell them anything about it. Just let them use the app and see if they understand just from the using of it what it does. I mean, if you have to explain what it does, then it's probably not a good design. Then we're going to go through the actual development phase. So this is where you're actually going to put some code in and make it work. We'll go through some debug steps, some test ideas, that kind of stuff, and get your code pretty robust. We're going to look at the instruments and all that stuff to make sure that your app is working at the most efficient it can. And then we're going to release it. So this course will require you to get the $99 account. And that was a hard decision because we do have a college account where you could practice. But for our needs, we basically want you to be able to get a good career. And the best things that can help you out is if you have an app in the App Store. It's also probably one of the most motivational things for a lot of students. Just the fact that this is going to go out into the public. It's not just um, an application that you build, just random general thing that nobody else sees. This is like something that will go into the store. And if you have questions or concerns, you can always contact me about that. But that's going to be one of the main things. It has one badge. You're going to have an app in the store or not. And that's the goal of this course.